Yes, hello, and welcome to this 12th and last Holy Night 2023 24. We are talking about so many amazing topics. I just had the German one and we almost filled a half an hour. So take your time, make some notes, and I'm looking forward to talking to you about so many exciting and very, very amazing and very, very fundamental things. So let us go through this entire process of the 12 Holy Nights just with a little wrap up what we did. We were talking first about the foundation. We were talking about the basics, about what we need as roots, because if we have strong roots, as a tree has, the stronger the roots, the higher you can grow. And this is reality for nature, and this is, since we are some kind of nature, we are within this entire universe of nature. So the stronger your roots are, the higher you can grow, and this is the goal from those 12 holy nights we're talking about. We were talking about the basics. We were talking about the limiting beliefs, because we have so many beliefs, and during the time and during the process we have so many beliefs that we picked up from our family, from the family, from our family, parents, grandparents, whatever it is. We picked it up, and then we had this situation that we saw that we have so many limiting beliefs. I hope you wrote it down. I hope you wrote some of them down, because then you can see them. And as soon as you can go a little bit in distance to those limiting beliefs, you can see that there is a lot of chances with it if you let them go. And as I said, you just sit on a river and you see that one of those limiting beliefs comes from the past, and you take it today, and then you see it and you say, oh, I still need that to protect myself, to help me with the process, whatever it is. Or you say, I don't need it anymore, and then you have different options, whatever suits you best. You can take it out and you burn it. You can take it out and you put it in the garbage, or you can put it back to the water and say, thank you very much. Be thankful for it, because at a certain time it had a certain support from you, that it was there. So all the limiting beliefs, they could come from our former generations. Because, for example, if somebody has experienced war, we take the last World War, World War II. There were some ethics, some ethical groups that were erased by the conquerors. And what does that mean? Those people, they experienced traumatism. They experienced very, very bad things. They who survived, they told those stories to their children, and the children told it to the grandchildren, and the traumatization goes on and goes on and goes on. But the difference is that the one who experienced it, they can work on it to really put it aside, to really overcome it, or to say, to go into the process. But the ones who didn't experience it, they just take over certain values, certain thinkings, and limiting beliefs. And if they take it over, they're not able to solve them. So really look critically at your limiting, at all your beliefs, and see if they help you, if they support you in the future, or if you can let them go. This is what we did for the first day, but this is something that will follow up our entire life, because we are building new ones, we're with new experiences, and then we can really have a look at them and see if they're good. So that was the first of the holy nights. The second one, we were talking about our own strengths and how we can build inner leadership and how we can find our higher self. The third one, we were talking about allowing miracles in our lives. And you remember, I had this really one miracle while I was live here on one of those days where I was talking about the hummingbird. And I was talking about the hummingbird, and outside of my window of my office, there was a hummingbird coming, because I live in South America. We have hummingbirds here. So this was really, for me, it was a miracle. So it's really the meaning that you allow miracles to be part of your life. And afterwards, I said, was it real, or was it a dream, or was it just, I don't know, but it was real. I saw it. It was here. And this is like allowing. miracles in your life. And if you're open for miracles, you will experience a lot of new things to come your way, because if you're not open, you will not see them, you will not feel them, you will not experience them. Number nine, number four, it was like the day of dissolution, of transformation, of new beginning. Because always, if you let something go, you build space for something new to come. And how we can do that, we were talking about in the fourth night. The fifth night, we were talking about self-love and friendship. Because if we don't love ourselves, we cannot build real friendship. So that's what we were talking about. How do I love myself more, and what good things can I do for myself to feel better, to start loving myself and going on from this process? Because if you're centered, you can survive and you can overcome all the challenges that we have right now and will have in this year to come. Number six, it was cleaning, letting go, balance, reviewing. And if you listen carefully, you see that a lot of things are about letting go, clearing, the new balance, and everything, that the cleanup, the review, and to really get up in the morning, be thankful for what you have. You write it down, you have a view on what the day is going to bring, and the evening you sit down or you lie down and you reflect on what happened to you, what were the good experiences that we had, the good emotions that you had, and this you carry on with you. And if you have some questions, some open questions, you give them away during the night, because you will get the answer and you will hear it in the morning. Make sure you do that, because just try it out, and you will see, with some training, you will find out how you get your answers. But because the spirits, they are always with you. The night number seven, it was about opening for the new, the inner child and the inner voice. And those are two so evident things, because winning and losing sits behind, in between our ears. And there are different things. It's the experiences that we have, it's the subconscious mind, it's the inner child that has so many wounds. And we were talking about the four wounds of the inner child, and how you can help them to survive, and how you can help them to become force again. That's what we were talking about, this trip to the inner child and the inner voice, with the inner child wounds, and how you can overcome those wounds. Because if you not let go of what happened, you cannot go into the future, because you're not in your force, you're not in your center. Number eight, it was about the birth of the new year, the fullness, the self expression, the realization of what is going on. And really about the topic that I love so much. It's designing your life, and always thinking about what if, and then you fulfill this phrase. Because you just say, what if I could live at the place where I want to live, or work the work I'm meant to be, or talk to people that I'm meant to talk to, or to support, whatever it is. It could also be your family, your work, it could be anything at the place you are. What if I could do that? Just those two things. Design your life, and if you're a visual person, write it down, and take some pictures out of any magazine and do a vision board. If you're an auditable person, speak it, and then you can listen to it. If you're a person who needs to see them, write it down. And if you need everything together, you speak it, you read it, you make a video, you make a short clip just for yourself, and go into that topics. Then there was the Holy Night number nine. We were talking about gold, blessing, own center, clarity, calm, peace, and how to reach our heart. It was about the heart and the goal, because the heart, the archetypes that we have, and how we can reach them, and how we can use the gold character to really help and support ourselves. And where do we find gold also for our physical body, to strengthen it, because everything is about strengthening. Holy Night number 10, this was very interesting. We were talking about mission and vision, the difference in between those two, and how you can write it down and find out what your mission is, because your soul came to this planet exactly at the right time to have a certain mission. and find out your mission, and you will be in flow. Nothing will happen to you. And then find out your vision. And if you have a business, you find out the mission for your business. And if you have it in a peak, if you really find the mission, you will find your vision. And if you have your vision, everything comes in place automatically. It cannot be different. Number 11, we were talking on Thursday about letting go, saying goodbye, transformation, and change. And what does that mean? And we were talking about the hummingbirds, and that was very, very impressive. That was really like miracles coming through. So you will find out, you will find those miracles. And I gave you 7 tips to identify your why. What is your purpose? So you had your mission, your vision, and number 10, you had your why in number 11. And if you take that all together, if you write it down, and then you can see what your purpose is. And I gave you 7 tips to really do that. And number 12, today we are talking about the day of mercy. It's really also the day of mercy, because everything that we experienced, it was meant to be part of your living process. So let go of the limiting beliefs to promote the good ones, to promote, to support, to strengthen the good ones. And if you have written them down, I will get into that with you. What else do I want to let go and clean up? Remember the river? What is the burning? You can burn them. You can make a fire. You can make a ritual. You can make some music. You can make whatever you like, but let them go. Okay? I will do so tonight, because tonight is the in here in South America, as well as in Spain, where I'm not from Spain, but this is my home country. Today, on the 6th of January, we are the ones who are receiving gifts, and you can gift yourself with that. What is it that you want to let go and clean up? And what is it that you want to keep for you? And I want to make it a short insight, and this could be training for 1 or 2 hours, because there's so many topics to cover with. And I took some help from Silke Schäfer. Silke Schäfer is a German astrologist living in Switzerland, and she is very spiritual. So she has so many clips or videos, trainings, and statements on YouTube. So go and look for Silke Schäfer, and it is all in German, but you can put the translation on and you will understand part of it. It's absolutely amazing, and he transformed the scale of consciousness of, accordingly to David Hawkins. And I show you what that means. We are all searching for the spiritual truth, for self-realization. During those 12 holy nights, it's nothing else that we did. And to the enlightenment. The time that we are in is moving from 3D to 5D dimensions. We already have some people who are in the highest enlightenment there is. For example, I just take some example. There are not so many, but we're talking about here about Buddha, about Zoroaster, about Jesus Christ. That up here in those highest vibrance or energies that there are, and it's called, it's a scale, it's a measure, and it's 1000, the highest vibrations that we have, the highest energies that we have. Then we have a little bit the lower one, and those are the people we know, like we have others, they are in the 700s, in the 800s, in the 500s, depending on who we are talking. Those are the real leaders of humanities during today and before. We're talking here about Chuang Pro, we are talking out here about Ramana Maharshi, we are talking about Mahatma Gandhi, we are talking about Rudolf Steiner, we are talking about different really, really enlightened people, but they are not enlightenment on the scale like Buddha, because those people, they were in a different dimension. We will not reach that, but we can reach for becoming one of those leaders. We can reach for arriving in this higher and higher and higher dimension. Is it work? Yes, it is. We have to work on ourselves, but we have a lifetime to do so, and then we will come again and we do it next time. So if we start very low, we are talking about 20. Imagine the middle A in music, the middle A, we are talking about frequencies of 440 hertz, as we call that beat. Okay, hertz means 440 beats every second. Okay, this is A, or 414, but this is commonly known as A. So every sound, every pitch has its own vibration, and those vibrations are the same what we are talking here in this scale. We are talking about the lowest from 20 to the highest, where the enlightenment is of those very, very enlightened people like Buddha or others, of 1000. So let's talk about the lowest one. We are talking about humiliation. We are talking about misery. We're talking about irritation. We are talking about disgrace. We are talking about shame. This is the low one. It's a vibration of 20. We couldn't even hear if this was a pitch. Okay. Then the next on 30 is guilt, is the destruction. This one, everybody knows. You feel guilty for something. You feel assigned of blame. That means for you, you're very, very small. You're very, very weak. You're not the one who makes a difference in the world, but because you yourself are feeling bad. Then we have apathy, we have hopelessness, to give up your business, to give up your life, to give up whatever process it is. And then we have the hopelessness that we think we cannot change anything, we cannot do anything. And you know, everybody of us has been on this point. I'm sure maybe you are today on this point. Don't be hopeless, because there are so many good things coming our way. But we were trained to be so. And the hopeless people are the ones who are getting to be manipulated the easiest way, because they are in very weak. They are not in their strength. So start strengthening yourself. Start taking over life again. You will have sorrow. You will have sadness. You will have despair. You will regret what you didn't reach. It doesn't matter. The past is gone. The future is not ours to see. But now, in the present, we are here. I will show you this scale. I don't know if you see it, but I tried to show you. And if you don't see it, it doesn't matter. I will put the link under this live video so you can download it and really compare those different scales, because it's so evident that we understand we are in a process and we are master of our life. That's why I did the first time those 12 holy nights, because those thinkings, those different inputs I gave you, they are changing our lives. And if you're in fear, this is not even hearable in pitches, but it's 100. So it's really like very low pitch. It's very, maybe you can hear it, but it's very low. We can hear it down to 40. So fear, it's a process of retreat. That means you're drawing yourself out of life. You're drawing yourself out of responsibility. You're drawing yourself out. You're not able to move anymore. You're in a corset. This is really anxiety. This is what makes you weak. We go up desire and lust. Enslavement is this process, because then we are disappointing ourselves and others. And this is a very low intense desire. Okay, this is very, very low. We go up anger. Everybody knows anger. I get angry at, I don't know what, but I get angry, and very often anger is connected to beliefs. For example, if somebody is doing something I don't like, this is a belief. I don't like it because I don't like whatever. Take an example. This is coped to a limiting belief, because if you don't have that, you're not angry anymore. You let people live their life. It's their life. It's not yours. It's not your business. Okay? Anger. It's annoyance. It's hate. It's aggression. It's like everything that is hostile. And this is a very bad emotion. So we don't want to spread that word, because everything that we think we will bring out, and everything that we bring out is our word, and everything that we bring out as a word, it comes back to you. It's like a boomerang. It will really come back to you. We're talking about pride, about bragging rights, about demanding, about contempt, about mockery. So we are really on the process of going higher, not lower. It's easier to let go. It's easier to lose the battle. The battle is against yourself. A battle is against your past and all the influences. It's not about you. You cannot do anything about it. It was society, it was your educators, it was your teachers, it was your surroundings where you grew up. Those are the ones who gave you all that mess, who you believe or believed that it is real, it's reality. It's not your reality, it's theirs. And let it where it has to be. It's theirs and it's past. So let's go into the good ones, in the good pitches. We are in 200, where we start with integrity, with courage, with truth. If you stay true, you stay to yourself. You stick to yourself and you empower yourself to know what is true, what is right, and what is wrong. And if you do that, you start to become really the best version of yourself. That's the first step. And you can affirm it. You can make an affirmation that you want to have something, because everything that you set out comes back to you. Also, an affirmation, that's where it's set to. Neutrality, letting go, let go of some things. 250, we are really in trust, we are satisfied, we are able to let go. We are humans. Animals or any other nature living species is not able to let go. They're just living in their emotions, they're living in their experiences, and the more experience they have, the more they are emotional about it. But we are humans, we can see if it helps us develop further or not. Let's go on with willingness, with optimism, intention, with intent, to be hopeful that we know that this is the time of Aquarius, and this is the time of light, and this is the time for so many millions of people that we are as a whole to go into a future of light, into a future of truth, into a future of acceptance, of whatever it is, of love, of gratitude. There are others. Leave them go. Let them go. You have to let them go. It's just a step on your personal scale. Nobody is judging it. Nobody. You don't have to judge it. You just have to have a look at it, discover it. It's very interesting to see where you are. And there are different part of our lives. Maybe with education, you are in one place, with maybe with health, you're in another place, with maybe with your daily life, you're in another place, maybe with your behavior in a group, you're in a different place. So it's all about reflection, looking at it from a metaverse side, and then change something. We are talking about reason, understanding, the meaningful understanding what has a meaning for you and what has a meaning for the world. And we are already on the on the almost on the time where we are talking about gratitude, where we are talking about love. Because real love doesn't judge, real love doesn't fear, real love doesn't hate, real love is just love, it's just light, it's the highest form of light. And there we're going on to forgiveness, for joy, for unconditional love. It's even more. So that's where we are starting to meet those people like Mahatma Gandhi or Hong Peng or Rudolf Steiner or others. So those are the people who are there already. They don't judge. They just give. They give their experience, their knowledge, their expertise to the world to make it a better place. So why don't we all? And we are now in that shift from the 3D version of world to the 5D version of world. Why don't we aim to get there during our lives? We have a beautiful life in front of us. We are getting up happy every morning because we know we can make the change we want to see in the mirror. We can be it ourselves. And there we go to peace and bliss and transsimulation and completely, I'm really, really being enlightened. And then the enlightenment is the highest part that we could reach. We as people, we as humans cannot reach it, because in this incarnation where we are in, we are not able to reach it, but we can go on the process. We can really, we have a conscious mind for that we can really see the process. So this is the final holy night that we had, letting go of limiting beliefs, supporting the ones that serve us, and the levels of consciousness, and to see what kind of gratitude and what kind of opportunities are evolving out of it. So we are looking forward to have a fulfilled, very exciting 2024 and all the challenges, and we will have challenges humanity never has experienced in its entire development. So we are a group of many, many people who are on their way to design their life themselves and think about the levels of consciousness and progressing more and more. We're a lot of people. So let's stick together. Let's form a group, search for people who are at the same path as you are and develop further. Because if you're one person, you have one idea. If you're two or more persons, your ideas will flow. So support each other on this process. And as soon as we are in this high dimensions or on our way to reach it, everything will change. Everything in your life. I promise you. I'm looking forward to some comments here, how you felt it. And if it's YouTube, you can just put the bell on, ring me, and get your all the news that I put up here on my own channel. I have a crypto channel, but this is my own channel, and this is the first time since years that I'm putting up some news on it. Please join us, join our community, join our path, and I'm looking forward to meeting you on one or the other place, and online everything is possible. Take care. I send you love and light from South America. I'm looking forward to you. All the best for you for your 2024.